Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This week is the 19th to the 25th of December, 2022. If you celebrate Christmas and Christmas, then I wish you a Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Hope you have a wonderful time with your loved ones. So a little video today about awareness and how we can create more awareness and why it would be beneficial to do. So first and foremost, awareness gives me the ability to see what my creation is. So, of course, I have to take into account that I am creating reality, which means I'm taking full responsibility for my creation, right? So if I believe that something outside of me is the cause of my misery, of my sadness, of my fear, of my challenge, then I'm giving my power to that thing. And I'm essentially saying I don't have any power to change the way life is, right? So when I take responsibility, it means that I'm in the driving seat and I can change things, but I've got to know what is the cause of what's going on before I can change it. And awareness is the key to that. So the more heightened my awareness is, the more I'm able to see what's going on at the unconscious level. Now, the way the unconscious level talks to me is by creating things in the outside world to get my attention to look at the cause, right? That's why the challenges and the problems and the stuff like that happen on the outside, to get my attention to the very real fact that I am at the cause of this creation. Now, if I take responsibility and I refrain from judging myself, I just look and say, okay, there's a belief inside of me that's causing me to create reality in a particular way. Then when there's enough awareness, I can see what needs to be changed. I can look at the belief. And the big question is, what must I believe for me to be experiencing this? Whatever I'm experiencing is there because of whatever I'm having as a belief deep down. So awareness is key. Now, what is at the root or what is at the driving force of awareness? It's love, because love is infinitely intelligent and infinitely loving. So anything that is valuable and expansive and moving toward a positive expansion in my life is based in love, right? Anything. So my awareness, which helps me see myself and take myself further toward love, is based in love. So I need my awareness to be able to change life. And there are always challenges and obstacles at any point in my journey, because love always wants me to expand and make things better and get closer to love. And that's an infinite movement forward, right? So I need that awareness to be able to look and say, there's an area of my life here that's not working, and it's got everything to do with me. That's the responsibility, and then the awareness to see that. And then I need to inspire myself in a way that increases my awareness. Now, one of the ways of doing that is using healing energies. I do have a healing system, but if that's not for you, where you put light into the body, but if that's not for you, there's a much easier way to do it. And all you have to do is imagine that you're connected to the center of the earth. I'm going to get a little bit spiritual with you here. You need your imagination. Imagination is everything in terms of creation. So I imagine that I'm connected to the center of the earth. And in my reality, I imagine that at the center of the earth, there's a huge quartz crystal ball that I'm connected to. That is one source of love. And then I imagine that connected above me and I imagine it's the central sun of all universes. And I imagine that that's also a source of love. And so I simply, from the bottom of my feet, imagine that I'm connected to the center of the earth. I'm doing it right now, just as you can do it as you're watching the video. At the same time, from the top of my head, I imagine that I'm connected to the central sun of all universes. And then I imagine that I'm now connected to these two sources of love. And the way that I see those sources of love is light. So I now imagine that now that I'm plugged in, I'm now alive with this light, like an electrical force running through me. But this force is a force of love. And I imagine that all of my cells, 50 trillion cells, 50 trillion plus cells, are all alive with light. Now, my cells like that because I'm consciously, at the moment that I do this, I'm consciously aware that all of the cells in my body are inspired and activated with love. And so all I say to myself to remind myself to do this is connect me to the centers. And I know that they're where they are, one down below, one above. Connect me to the centers and light me up. Now, every time I do this, I'm remembering putting back together all of my cells as love. I'm remembering myself as love. Now, love is the highest level of awareness. Everything gets better when I remember myself as love, when I discover myself as a loving being. Now, I can do this anytime I want, whenever I want, and everything will get better. Connect me to the centers and light me up. It's all I've got to say to light my awareness up with love, and everything will get better. So what I'm doing is I'm putting light into my system. And of course, because I'm lighting every aspect of me up, I'm also lighting up my unconscious part, the unconscious part of me. And so when I light my unconscious up, I'm bringing material that was unconscious, conscious, and everything that is relevant and necessary and able to be shown to me at this particular point in my journey with this level of awareness that I have, same to you, will be brought forward because I'm consciously asking for it to be brought forward whenever I do this, because I'm saying that I am connected to love and I'm willing to expand to a more loving place. And so whatever's in the way of me getting to that more expanded place will show itself. That's all I've got to do. All you've got to do is keep saying over and over and over, connect me to my centers and light me up. You don't have to repeat that over and over, but you do it as many times as you can remember during the day. And the more you do it, the more aware you'll become, the more observant you'll become of yourself, and the more able you'll be to remember to do it. So connect me to the centers and light me up. And then in your imagination, you imagine, however you imagine it to be true, that every single cell in your body is alive with light. Have an absolutely fantastic day when you watch this. Look forward to talking to you again next time. Thank you so much.